Hey guys, how you guys doing? It is on here back with another video, and today we're gonna take a look at how I built and designed the MapleStory Southeast Asia Neo Microsite, everybody. But before we begin, I would like to stress that huge thanks to MapleStory Southeast Asia for giving me this opportunity to build the Neo Microsite for them. Previously, I also did the Rise and Awake Microsite, and as you guys know, this is relatively different from the Rise and the Awake Microsite, everybody. And this is going to be a full case study behind the scenes of how I basically built this microsite. So I have a lot to show to you guys because this time, yeah, that is quite a lot of work on this one. Okay, so this is the main page of the whole microsite, right? This is like the house of it. So when you go into this page, you'll be able to see all the rest of the pages that is available for the Neo update. Okay, so first of all, we have the horizons beacon over here, right? As you can see, when I hover to the specific, I call it shards, right? Shards over here, the specific shard or diamond, you'll be able to see the background change over here. So the initial design of this page was to house everything into one single page, right? Rather than other people finding it, and you'll be able to see everything in this page. And as well as the design of the shards or the crystal is actually based on a little bit on Kain's shard, as well as the Neo Castle crystal over here, the crystal design. So you can see a little bit of crystal design over there. And yeah, this Neo Castle. Then we have Kain over here. We change to the Kain background. We have Hotel Arcus over here, we changed to the Hotel Arcus animation video. And we have also Tera Burning, which is of course our mascot, Flame Wizard. And lastly, we have also Arcane River. So the Arcane River site is one of the most special sites in the whole of this new update, alright? Because the main idea of putting in this site is that to showcase the story from Arcane with the beginning until the end, which is Black Mage, right? Which is now, right? The day after what's happening. Okay, so there might be players that have forgotten about the story. There might be players that haven't reached this specific area. So building this page over here and putting it up will be a remarkable, right? A remarkable story for them to basically review the Arcane River journey. So as you can see at the right hand side over here, let me bring it up by a bit so you guys can see it. The right hand side over here, you can see that this is the logo and these are various updates, and of course you can close it and open it as well. So this logo over here will brings you back to this area. Alright, so this is the one, alright, the main source of truth. And then I'm just go back down here, there we go. So let me just close this, there we go. Arcane River. So Arcane River site, right? How to make the site more storytelling and at the point that it is a little more immersive. So if you visit the Arcane River microsite over here, you basically go through a full story from end to end, right? From the start of where Black Mage goes in, right? The doors, and after that you go to Road of Vanishing. Coming down over here where you meet Cow, right? Yourself, okay? Coming down over here, we have the Urdas over here, the different type of Urdas. And coming in, we will transition into Choo Choo Island, the two iconic characters, right? You will remember, and some of the monsters over here in the background, and as well as Choo Choo PQ, right? CCI PQ over here, as you can see, this is the most iconic stuff that you will definitely remember if you have reached Choo Choo Island. Then once you reach Choo Choo Island, then coming back out, which is Lechlin. Lechlin, whereby, of course, Lucid, the city of dreams, right? And as well as you can see that, yeah, Flying Fish is gonna help you this time, because Flying Fish will be able to journey, go on with the journey with you, right? Then later on coming down, yeah, this part over here, I was thinking, okay, how should I make a transition from here, right, from Arcane River and coming down? Because at first I wanted to do like a spiral. You see the water, you guys remember, right? Before you go into Arcana, you go a spiral. But I was thinking, Okay, never mind, because there is a part whereby the spirit will look at, right? We will be standing really far to look at the tree first, the corrupted tree, and then we zoom in. This is where the corrupted tree, right? So this is where we help the spirits to gain back, right? And once it's brightened out, then we go bam. This is where all the spirits are being happy because you've completed it, and this is the brightness of it. Okay, and then coming down, we have, of course, Memoirs. Memoirs, as you can see at the background, you might not really see the effect, but at the background, you'll be able to see Memoirs background. So this is whereby you meet Tana, of course, right? So Tana, whereby you'll be able to go into this dungeon. This is the most memorable dungeon because this is where the story of Tana and Jen, right? Jen, of course, loved Tana, right? It's like always helping Tana but can't and all that. So yeah, it was a really sad story over here. Giving her braid, we call him a braid boy as well, right? And then coming back, next part, Esfera. So the transition to Esfera is it was a trial and error. I didn't make it through like something like, oh, I was thinking, how should I transition to Will? Let's go to the sun, right? Bam. We just go directly in. So this part over here, I have to like specifically time it properly and adjust the animations properly over here, going right in over here, and that's the glass that burst out over here. Yeah, you can see this glass that burst out. Yeah, this is the part that I'll be like, okay, this is beautiful. Okay, we gotta add that in. So we have Esfera, and you can see there's an overlay on top of it. Of course, it's featuring the iconic Will and Zero. Hey, you already know, everybody. Now, moving on, we go into the deeper, darker part of it, which is Moonbridge. This is where the gathering of heroes starts to come in, right? This is where the call of arms, right? That's why this animation video is being put over here to go through with the story. This is whereby the expedition. So everybody remembers that plays during the Black Mage event, remembers the expedition really well, whereby this free goddess over here, right? You still remember we maxed our coins and rank up different tiers. This is the part we always remember. So I put this background here, it's like, okay, this is the free iconic background, have to include this in. And I'll comment it down. Of course, this is the brand new animation in the Neo update. Okay, brand new animation in the Neo update, which consists of all those characters, right, in the white spear fighting for dust or gloom, right? Which very nice. And coming back in, we see the chains coming down, right, and bringing it through the left and right side, which is in the ship. As you can see, Moonbridge, right? And sailing through the White Spear, as you can see, you are still in White Spear, right? This part, yeah, it took a little bit of thinking of how to be able to see. Okay, I should put this in over here. Then moving on from Moonbridge, which is, yeah, this part, I thought of it a lot. I want to think of, because in the maze, right, we are always digging into the deeper part of the maze. How can I make this more immersive in a point that players can basically experience it as well, which I thought of 3 different type of the maze area over here. Coming back down with the outer part, the inner part, and the most deeper part, which you will be able to find Jinhila. There we go. In the labyrinth of suffering. Yeah. And after this, and we go with Lehman. So Lehman focuses on the brand new animation as well. So this new animation is whereby they fight Dunko. Alright, Dunko over here is the main part of the guy over here, right? And this is where it comes in to this very nice ball over here, right? I don't want to spoil what is the ball about, because this is literally a spoiler, but anyways, you guys play through it, right? Now it turns into this, which is the red one, this is the exploded one, and this is whereby all being planned by the Black Mage himself. This is a very beautiful background, which I would really want to focus. Because in KMS, the site is not available yet, not available anymore, because previously last time KMS there's a whole website which just shows like this, right? I haven't had a video about it last time. It was so beautiful. I was thinking, we got to add this in, right? We got to add Black Mage in, and of course, the one we remembered, Black Mage himself, right? When you fail Black Mage, this screen will pop up, the most iconic one, right? The Genesis weapon. Okay, and then coming down, this is where we go through the day after. This is what happened after the Black Mage demise, right? So over here, this is how it all happened, and you can see that there are various glimpses of each and every one of the specific character over here. These are all the parts which is in the story as well. So depends on which character you play, you'll be able to see more specific detail of the storyline, right? For example, Lucid will be playing Mercedes, Demon Slayer over here, his one, right? And then there's a brand new video, right? A brand new video focusing on the day after, which is the new nemesis, which is Gerard Darmor himself. Then after that, we bring it back to home, right? Of course, MapleStory website over here. So this whole part over here, let me bring you through how did I build the site. So this is actually all done in Webflow, okay? And this time, I feel that I didn't make the site more fluid enough, because there are some of the parts that are still not that fluid, right? As you can see on the right side over here, these are the timestamps or the key stamps over here of each of the actions, right? As you can see, we are coming through you're coming through, so this is a very difficult part to make it fluid, and how to tell a story without really putting too many things to make it so difficult to understand, right? So this is the part whereby the challenge over here is we have to make sure that the story is very significant, that when players see it, they know that this is an iconic figure of that specific area, right? And they definitely understand it. So yeah, this is the part whereby a lot of this over here, this is until Lechelin, there's another one which is the bottom part. So each of that will start their own animation over here, okay? And one more thing to take note is that I'm gonna full screen this page over here. I'm just gonna go all the way back, okay? I'm gonna full screen this page. Let's just see how it looks like. You say OBS. OBS seems good. Okay. This page, if you're viewing it on a full screen, wide screen display, you will be able to experience Arcane River like never before. Alright? Any previous site that I did is not optimized for widescreen displays. This Neo Microsite over here is the only site that is optimized for widescreen display. Regardless of how big your screen is, it will cap accordingly. And this is how it looks like. It looks absolutely beautiful. You can see that the background you see over here is literally a full background of a example, Asphera. It's a full background. This is a complete background of Asphera. It's a complete background of everything over here. As you can see, this is another part I want to show you guys. This part. Wow. Wow. Absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. So this part, it took me a hell lot of time to basically match out all these images itself to make sure that it is fully responsive across all areas over here, as you can see, right? If you have a widescreen display, please do play around with the widescreen over here. You can see more stuff than you see right now. Even the Lechelin map, this is a whole widescreen over here from end to end. So yeah, that's basically for Arcane River over here. Okay, so this is Arcane River. Now after Arcane River, right, you go into the main part, which is Horizons Beacon, right? This is whereby Borderless, right? Borderless, okay? So this part is the Horizons Beacon. So when you go into the site of Horizons Beacon site, or you so-called the Neo for update, the first update site, you will think of the previous update, which is the Glory update, right? This is whereby the bridge between Maple World and Grandis is being merged, right? It's been merged together because of this over here. This is the bridge between Maple World and Grandis, and they open it. Grandel, the really old, open it, right? So when you come in, you'll be able to see that coming in, right? That specific animations coming in. Yeah, that's the part. Okay, so coming down over here, then we have, you scroll in, you'll be able to see, of course, Serenium, the City of Gods. This was being first introduced, the first appearance of this, which is in Glory update, and reusing all these assets over here, making sure that it doesn't really move too far from the story, whereby we started off at the very first, right, at the sea level, and going in and inner to this city over here. Coming in, we go in, which will be the Serenium map. You'll be able to see a full Serenium map. So I would focus on a specific part of the map because I know a lot of people, a lot of players will not be able to access the specific map because it's a level 260 content. It's very high level, so I would like to focus it on directly on showcasing Serenium. Right, so this is a brief introduction, the City of God, Serenium, a level 260 area, and this initial design was to basically mimic the minimalism of the Apple Microsite. Right, when you go into Apple Microsite, you'll be able to see, wow, they are so minimalistic, and everything is just a few lines of text, and it's very informative, and you'll be able to understand by just reading a few lines of text, not like a full length of paragraph, right? And this is how it looks like. We have Serenium over here. You'll be able to see the map, be able to see how does each of the map looks like. They are beautiful. I choose one of the few beautiful maps over here because when we transition into Burning Serenium is whereby you can see Seren over here. And when you transition the library, you see this up here, a little bit hidden. Okay, there we go. When we transition, you see the transition over here? Yeah. So this transition over here is carefully being placed, okay? Yeah, this transition is carefully being placed over here. Understand that how it transitions over, then players can basically see, wow, okay, Serenium before and Serenium after. If you were to do the storyline, because that's like a before and after over there. So before and after. After is whereby Havoc wreaked havoc on fallen Serenium, which is burning Serenium over here, right? And then coming down with fallen Serenium. So this part over here going down is because of the name. Fallen Serenium, right? So Fallen Serenium, I'm thinking, okay, Fallen Serenium, how do I transition to the next part, which is introducing the new symbol? Okay, so I'm like, okay, let's not Fallen Serenium. Let's fall down, alright? Let's fall down. This is a level 265 area, fall down, coming back. It's a very smooth little transition over here. It's coming down, you will see authentic symbol, which is new equipment coming down to the left. And you'll be able to split this out into the new symbol, which is the authentic symbol. And this part, there is also a tiny little icon over here, which if you were to follow through KMS updates, right, then you will know basically what this symbol is. But we added in as well, so fails to think, wait, what this symbol is? I mean, those who do not follow, it's still like a little bit of hype to see that, wait, that's another symbol, okay? So this is the new authentic symbol, a level 200 symbol, and growth EXP update. So this part, at first I was thinking just write a text over here, right? And I was thinking, wait, if I want to write a text over here, it doesn't really, I mean, players don't really like to read text most of the time. Even for me, I mean, as a player like me, I don't like to read text. I mean, why I want to read text? Well, I just do a visual of the whole EXP curve. Because in most of the update videos you guys see in KMS, they always have the update curve like this, like it will shorten it up. So I was thinking, okay, let's just do something like this. But I was thinking, how in the heck do I do it in the website? So all of this being calculated precisely and make sure that I'm responsive. Oh my god. Yeah, that took a lot of time. So this is 210 to 250, right? Reduced by 20%. There's legitly 20%, yeah? This is legitly 20% over here. So this is legitly 20%. And then you count in over here and you go and scroll, then it will pop out, which is level 275, which is the level cap before new update. And after that, we pop another one, which is the level cap after the new update, which is level 300. So players will be able to see, oh, okay, so basically we're going back from level 210 to 50, you'll be able to see, okay, 20% minus 20% EXP, okay. And then, okay, we know that the level cap here is 275, and bam, we have a new level cap, right? It's popping out over there. So this is how it looks like. Then coming down, you scroll down, you'll be able to see the more growth support. This is like so-called quality of life changes and as well as future updates, right? Future updates of the site. And this part over here, I was thinking what to spice it up, because at first I kind of think of, okay, maybe in-game footages of the meso, the EXP, when like showing how you die or something, and then the arcane shit drop when he kills the boss and it drops out all the arcane shit on this particular area. I was thinking, wait, but we are in a rush of time, so we just put in this video of Gerard Damo instead, because all of this will basically move towards to Grandis, which is fighting Gerard Damo, right? Which makes more sense, okay? And coming down with quality of life changes, and finally, which is the Neo events over here. So the Neo events, we like to focus on Tera Burning, Neo Castle, and as well as Kain pre-registration event. So these are the few events over here that you'll be able to see. We'll go through the events later on. Now, next page, which will be the Kain page over here. So Kain over here, we're gonna go in and bam. Okay, so Kain. Kain is, I would say, oh, I didn't add the background music for Kain. Oh, never mind. Okay, Kain. Kain over here, I would say it's a pretty solid class on the hand of very edginess, right? Very edginess of this class. So when you basically come into the site, you'll be able to see this been split up as a Kain over here. So why did I split this up is that in this video, you'll be able to see two sides of a character. One side which very much focus on the boss, right? Which is Kain's, not gonna spoil it, but Ruska, okay? Then after that, we have Kain over here. So Kain is always at one side. And the boss over here, which is always at the other side. See? So splitting it up over here, making it stand out, right? You'll be able to see Kain at the left and Ruska at the right, okay? Coming back down, which will be the introduction to Kain. Introduction to Kain over here, it's let's just say is a brief introduction before you play the game. So players might not be able to access the game yet, so in order to showcase how this class looks like, it's more to how to showcase it over here, which is something like this. And this is a very nice background, right? Very nice over here. And focus on the pre-registration as well, and this video over here, oh my man. Yeah, this is fully focused on how KMS video is being recorded, so yeah. And then we have growth support, yes. This is the part whereby it is more or less similar to the Tera Burning one. We'll show you later on. So I have seen a lot of other Korean games, right, put this design out to basically explain what are the rewards that players are gonna get at specific levels. And I feel that this is very informative at a point, and you can see everything at one screen. So rather than putting it at just a list form, right? Why not just split it up? Level 30, what you gonna get? Level 100, what you gonna get? Level 150, level 200, and showcase some of the items over here. How does it look like, right? So this is like really nice. I really like this type of layout, because it is very informative, and it's just what you see and you already know, okay, I know what I'm gonna get for it. And I put in all the description here because most of the players will like ask, what are these items about, right? And this is like, okay, this you get a pet, just a 90 days pet. You get a title, right? You get a root abbess item, you get damage skin, etc. So this is like a short description of what you're basically expecting when you reach a specific level of the character. So it encourages you players to play that specific character to get more of these items. And leveling event, yeah, this one you already know, right? They're gonna get a very nice little plushie over here, right? We want to tease it out, so very nice over here. Congratulations to all the winners as well. I think one of my friends has participated, but he didn't reach it. Too bad. We have Citropolis as well. The map, right? This is more or less the same as previous Rise and Awake. You can see the resemblance of it, right? The left and right side popping out, and a showcase of this map over here. Okay, so this is specifically for Kain, right? And moving on, of course, we have Hotel Arcus, everybody. Hotel Arcus over here, which is the third and final update of new update. And this time in Hotel Arcus, if you were to scroll in, you'll be able to see that this whole area over here is very high level. Like super high level. It's a level 270 content. Majority of the players will not be able to reach it. To be honest, yes, because 270 area, right? And this part over here, at first they were thinking, how do I add the video trailer in? Because at first I was thinking, okay, maybe just add it in over here, alright, over here, right? So I was thinking, nah, because video trailers normally you will put it up front to the player, not inside a scroll area over here, right? I was thinking, how do I add it there? I was thinking, okay, I just do it a style of how normal like sites will look like. One is the main call to action button, and the next one, which is another call to action button, which is a watch trailer over here. Right, this is the same trailer as the KMS version of it, but it's English based, right? And as well as the top here, you will have the BGM, right? The BGM over here, this is using Lottie and Lottie animation, and you'll be able to play through the BGM. So the BGM over here, I made a little bit of effect, so it doesn't look that boring in a sense, right? So you'll be able to sort through different BGMs over here, right? And moving down, you'll be able to see you come forward when you go into Hotel Arcus, right? You come forward, right, to the sun. The sun is over there, you're shining because it is a desert, right? And then you come in, which will be Hotel Arcus over here, right? This is a very beautiful place. Coming down with Hotel Arcus, level 270 area, and then you're coming in, you'll be able to see various maps over here. The reason of this design from left to right is because it looks like a train, right? You're scrolling through, you're seeing it over here, and then you will be able to see that you end at the train, right? It's a train heading to nowhere. This is legitimately the BGM name. Train heading to nowhere over here. So yeah, this is like the train effect. As you can see, it's like choo choo and coming down. Oh, this is a train over here, right? And then coming back down, we have wow, BGM man. Chosen Setting. The new boss, a new endgame boss, even more stronger than Black Mage himself, right? This is the new boss. So the background over here is the background of when you fight Seren, of course without the warriors at the ground, and coming back in, you'll be able to see Seren. So this part over here is a 3 different animation scene, not really animation, illustration scene. Part 1, when she is closing her eye. Part 2, when she has her wings out, ready to fight. Part 3, when her wings are fully available, right? She is fully available and she's ready. She's ready to fight everybody. So you can see that there's a transition over here, right? Transition between the god over here, which is Seren, okay? And coming back down, you'll be able to see, well, of course, Seren's boss fight. Phase 1, right? A very glimpse look on how the boss will basically use their skills and stuff. That's why. And coming back out, we have phase 2, different types of BGM for phase 2. Let me just pause this because you still can play over here, right? And oh god, right? We have the Nuna Justice over here, right? Then after that we coming in Scroll. Then we have this one, the Twilight of Flame, right? This is accordingly to the specific phase. Right? There we go. Twilight of Flame. Then after that we have the Midnight of Silence. Yeah. Very beautiful animations. That's why I really want to focus on this one over here. And last one, why am I lagging? Last one over here, which will be the Dawn of Hope over here. Oh, apparently I'm lagging over here. Never mind. The Dawn of Hope over here. So this is whereby how it's gonna go on. Right. So this part over here is all of the animations part over here. Coming back down, moving in, we have the Perfect Ranges. Right? Perfect Ranges over here. At first I was thinking, wait, what is Perfect Ranges over here, right? I was thinking like this looks like butt cheeks over here. Not to say anything, but hey, it kinda looks like it. I'm like, okay, that sounds weird. And this is a brand new event that is in MapleStorySEA, right? And this is just an event that allows you to basically get cash items as well as a very nice chair over here. So these are the items over that you can get, which is very nice. Okay, so this is the bow, and these are the kitties over here. They are the rangers, and they have to go back. They have to go back to their planet or find a new planet or something like that, right? So yeah, that's basically it. Then lastly, we have the Neo events, right? Neo events over here. So let's go through the first one over here, which is the Neo Castle. Okay, Neo Castle over here. So Neo Castle is a brand new event map. Very beautiful event map. Like this event map is superb. The reason why I make it like left and right over here is that to allow you to be able to move around this whole particular map itself. Like you just hover, you don't have to like click on an arrow or anything. In the KMS website, you used to click on an arrow, but this one you just move around. You'll be able to see and hover through specific NPCs over here and go to the specific event directly. Right? So yeah, this is how the whole thing will look like. Okay, that's for Neo Castle. And then we have Tera Burning. So Tera Burning event over here as well, we have the mascot of Flame Wizard. So Tera Burning Wizard is split up with Season 1 and Season 2, and that's a special event. And we have event rewards over here. As I mentioned before, I really like this format of how the rewards being presented. That's why this is like, okay, superb, right? At level 210, level 200, you will see what items you're gonna get, right? You gotta get a Burning Ring, right? Unique potential. Okay, and then we have level 220 rewards. You'll be able to get this or this. So in the beginning, there was no this note over here. Then a lot of people have been asking, right? Do you get this reward in 2 seasons or do you get it in 1 season only? So that's why we added this in. So it's being written properly over here that you can get this in both seasons and you can only get this in once between the 2 seasons. So it's properly written over here. Right, and then moving on, next one, which will be the the rewards over here, right? For the race over here. That's a special event. Okay. Now, last one, which will be the 16th anniversary website. This is a totally brand new concept design. It's not even in any other sites because 16th anniversary was supposed to be a different theme compared to this one over here, right? And I was thinking, okay, how would I like design this? Because the logo is already been designed, so I was thinking, okay, let's just match the color theme with the logo, but having a little bit of a design aesthetic like this one, like the crystal design, because when you are looting the crystal in the game, you'll be able to see like crystal design like this, right? So I was thinking, okay, let's make this like a crystal. A crystal design over here. See, like that's the gem, right? So apparently it turns out really well. Yeah, I was thinking like, how do I do it? Okay, apparently it turns out really well. So okay, good, that's really good. And that's how it looks like. And this is like the whole page of it. I want to make it as bright as possible, because this is legitly a birthday anniversary. Want to have some cheerfulness of it. Added some of these illustrations over here. Okay, so all these illustrations are actually in path form. So path form meaning that it is all like in path basically. So as you can see, yeah, they are path based. You guys can't really see it, but yeah, there we go. This is path based over here. So adding in path based over here, it will be relatively loading the page much faster, because you're not loading an image itself, or you're not loading an SVG itself, although SVG loads fast as well. But sometimes they might have an issue with that, but path, there was no issue in loading the path. So that's why loading a path over here which tremendously helps more. Okay, so that's basically for this one. And before we go to the optimization part, you already know how optimization, everybody. Now let me show you guys this one over here. Okay, I'm gonna full screen it. There we go. Wow, my man. Yes, this page is also optimized for widescreen display, everybody. Let me show you guys what the records, everybody. There we go. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Absolutely amazing, right? So you can basically look at all these pages over here and experience them in full definition, everybody. Full definition over here. Even Kain's website is also optimized. There we go. So yeah, that's basically it for this whole site itself. Now, let's talk about optimizing this site. So a lot of these things over here, right? I'm gonna change video. A lot of these things over here, right, are video based, right? First hand, how do we even optimize video? That's the real issue, number one. And second thing is that if players doesn't load the video first, what would they see? Okay, so this is whereby the part where if I would remember where the video is, there we go, whereby we will add in a little bit of different text base over here, right? Which is the code that being written down over here. As you can see, this one, it will load the image first, which is this image itself, the Arcane 01 image first. So this image over here, it will load this one first. So after it loads this, then it will load, only starts to load the image, only starts to load the video. Alright, so that's basically how it works. And each and every one of them, not all of them will load the specific image, some of them only will load the image itself. Okay, and as you can see over here, as I mentioned previously, everything is being optimized, right? So if without optimization, yeah, the site will definitely take a huge long time to load. Everything over here is optimized to the max, like legitimately to the max over here. Okay, and as well, if you were to look at the text over here, as you can see, when you log into the site, there's a MapleStorySEA logo over there. That is the loading. That is the loading whereby before you load the video, you load that first. Right? Oh yeah, another part of the video loading is that if you were to load the specific video on this page, this is basically loading. This is basically loading this page video. Okay, now go back. This kind video here is basically loading this page of video. So without loading the video twice for a user, basically you just have to download the video once, which is loading the website once, which is this site. You will load basically the top part of each and every one of the site already. That means when you're going into the specific site, you will load the page much faster because you already have a cache, right? Which the previous one, which is this one, you already downloaded the video already. Okay, so that's why I put all this here to just preload it first before you go into the site. Okay, now there is a new let's just say a new type of calculations of the text that I added in or implemented into the new microsite over here. which is a calculation. As you can see, this reference back to the variable of -h2, which is coming back down over here. It will inherit from this particular root of the page itself. Okay, so this might be a little bit technical, right? I'm not gonna go deep dive into it, go full day on this. So basically, what I'm doing here is that regardless of your page, right, how big your page is, regardless of it, the text will automatically scale accordingly. Alright, let's just say I put it at 1366 over here. Okay, now this is how the text will look like. If I were to minimize it over here, you see the text will go smaller and smaller and smaller, and it will cap at a specific amount of size. If I were to go big, it will go into a cap at a specific amount of size as well. So you can see that those texts over there, those texts over there, it scales accordingly to your screen size. How do I do that? Is due to this part over here, which is the reference back to the specific calculations. So most of the time when you are designing or building a site, you have to specify like, okay, at this particular viewport, let's just say mobile large, right? At this particular viewport, I am going to put 16 pixel for a specific text. At like tablet mode, I'm gonna put like 20 pixels for specific text. At like laptop mode, I'm gonna put like 48 because it's bigger, right? For this, no, not really. You just have to code once. Put it at the root, and it will automatically scale for you. How does this work is that there are two ways that this will work, or maybe more, right? Now, what I'm doing here is a calculation. So, math pros, you basically know. A calculations of based on the 100% of the viewport width, which is the full width over here, from left to right, right? The full screen width over here. Calculate it and make sure it will scale accordingly to the viewport width accordingly, right? If the width is wider, then that means your your text will be bigger, okay? If your screen is smaller, the text will be smaller. But there is a cap. That means it can go up to a specific range only. For example, 80 pixel is the cap, regardless of how big your screen is, right? And there is a minimum cap as well, right? Maybe 10 pixels or 20 pixels, right? That's the cap for it, okay? So that is another way to do it, which is clamp. Clamp is also another way. Clamp is this. Clamp will use the minimum and the value and the maximum over here. So clamp is the font size of this text, varies depending on the base font and the page and the viewport. So clamp uses, you can use viewport width as well for the minimum and maximum value. But this one over here, it is not so solid in the point, because you can use RAM and EMS. If you don't know what is RAM and EMS, RAM is go for the root of the particular font. EMS will be going for the parent, okay? And this part over here, so I was thinking, clamp is good, but it doesn't really put it into a very specific number. Although all of this requires trial and error, so I did I did calculations instead. So calculations will basically make sure that each and every one of this text over here will have a specific amount, regardless of what page you're viewing, regardless of which page you're viewing. As long as the text over here, you will be able to see them properly. Alright, that's how it will look like. Regardless of how big your screen, it will just go accordingly, right? It will become smaller, it will become bigger. Regardless, that's how it looks like. Right? If you want to be bigger, it will be bigger. So code once and you're done. And I searched on if I can use calculate as a CSS value. Then I've seen most of it support. Except Opera Mini. The rest of them all supports, which is a very good thing. Okay? Now this site is really good. Can I use is really good because you'll be able to see like which type of technology that you can use before using it. Of course, when you're designing a site, you need to see, right, what type of technology you can use. Else, not many people can visit your site, right? Now, and that is basically it for that. Last part is this one. Lottie. Lottie is not really fully used in most of the sites because there are quite heavy elements, because if you have a huge Lottie image, you will basically rank up a lot of CPU usage or even GPU sometimes, because they will need to render depending on your render preference, right? So, and you are loading a video as well. So I was thinking, okay, how to make it look nice but not so weird in a sense that it will take a shit ton to load. I use like very small Lottie images over here, which is the scroll and as well as the height over here. Right, this height over here, yeah, this sidebar. And the sidebar over here, thinking of building this, at first I was thinking, how am I gonna build so many things inside a menu bar? Am I gonna do a mega menu? Mega menu is a thing that you show at the top over here, a giant menu over here. And you can see nothing like, wait, this is not a product page, right? Normally that's only a product page. This is like a gaming website. You can't put like a mega menu. So I was thinking, okay, let's just try something different. Side menu, right? Side menu it kind of doesn't really mess up most of your stuff. You can still see important stuff on your screen if you don't even want to like minimize it, but it is very easy to access. You can just access it. You can see, okay, this is like a specific content, I'll just go into that instead of searching through wherever this is. And this is how it looks like. Okay, so yeah, I think that's basically it, right? That is the whole full case study of the MapleStory Southeast Asia Neo Microsite, everybody. And now, here's a special one. For those of you guys who have stayed tuned to the end of the video, here's a special treat for you, everybody. This is legitly a never before seen item over here. So this is what I did for storyboarding. Yes, this is the whole storyboarding over here. As you can see, this is the video, and I put in how I make the story, the fight over here. There's a Lucidate. Yeah, then we have Tana over here coming down. So I did a storyboard mock-up of this and see how the story goes for the page of the website over here. So if you were to see, at first the door will open, right? So this is the door. Coming to the door, you'll be able to see cow with the tree over here, right? And then after that, if you were to go into the next image over here, which you'll be able to see Choo Choo Island, right? The fighting background over here. This is whereby, the fighting background. Now, moving on, there we go. We have Lucid and Mercy. At first I was thinking of putting a Lucid and Mercedes fighting scene. I was thinking, I can't really see Lucid on that one, but yeah, that's why I changed to this one instead. So you can see that the river over here is swimming over there. There we go. And moving on, this is the spirit. Right, we got the spirit tree over here. I was thinking of adding a spirit boss at first, but I was thinking, yeah, nah, let's not put that in. And then putting it over here, we have the light, the Memoirs. I was thinking of moving a light over here. So there was quite a lot of storyboarding over here. All right, gathering of heroes, right? White spear, if you were to remember. The alliance ship, Hila Maze background over here. So yeah, quite a lot of stuff. And then after that, a video of New Beginning, which is Black Mage, a demo over here. Okay, so all of this will be in this whole site. So this is the whole storyboarding process that I drew out and see which part of it that I can really put in, because this part I will kind of know, like when I go to sleep every night, I'll kind of think that, okay, so this part is going to be built here and next part is going to be built here. If it's not good, I'm gonna rub it off and draw another one over there. So this is like the whole story to make it really concise and really informative over here, like a full story. Okay, so that is all for the Neo Microsite case study of behind the scenes, everybody. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in. If you guys have any suggestions, any things that you think that it can improve or anything, right, do feel free to leave in the comment section below. I do read all of them, so any comments is welcome. Don't worry, right, just leave it there. I will read all of them. Okay, so as well, thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys learned some of it over here, and catch you guys in the next one. As always, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay awesome, everybody, and stay safe. Bye bye.